What are merchants' goals with NFC and mobile contactless payments?
Merchant goals with regard to NFC are to be able to create a more secure payments environment than we have right now, and also to be able to drive revenue and loyalty in ways that have not been messed up. Sorry. We have to start over.
Okay.
All right, you going to ask it again, or you want me to? Okay.
Okay. What are merchants' goals with NFC and mobile contactless payments?
Merchant goals are to be able to have a more secure system than we currently have for payments, and also to be able to touch customers in a way that we haven't been before with regard to marketing, loyalty, and to drive revenue. The security piece is really important because it's amazing that we continue to languish in the United States in this antiquated payment system that we have based on a mag stripe. Moving toward mobile platform and NFC payments with the EMV chip at its base creates opportunity to have a more secure environment and just drive fraud out of our system to eliminate the need to protect the mag stripe and the data that's present in the system through PCI. And now I'm lost. You're gonna have to edit that. Talk myself into a corner. So
if you just want to pick up where you
yeah.
feel comfortable.
Okay. All right. Another goal merchants would be to help to push the industry off center and to actually begin moving. There's just a lot of confusion in the market right now, and people seem to crap. Okay. All right. All right. Merchants also hope to be able to help influence the rest of the industry to move off center with regard to payments and actually begin that transition towards EMV, towards NFC and mobile, as there's just a lot of confusion in the market right now about where we are going and how quickly we're going to get there, the timing of it all. Hopefully, the final goal for merchants would be hopefully through new security that will be created in the system, a more secure environment, and new ways to create revenue by marketing that will be able to help develop a new economic business model than the one that is in place right now that's really inequitable. Okay.
So you ready for the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you see industry stakeholders aligning and from NFC mobile contactless payments?
All right. The subject of alignment in the industry to move forward is a little frustrating, actually, because there seem to be so few that are truly interested in collaborating and aligning in a plan to move forward. Typically, the ones in charge are not. Typically, I didn't say that. Start that sentence right. Okay. Can I just start with that second sentence?
It'd be best if you
Okay. Okay. typically aligning to move forward is not in the best interest. Okay. Okay. The subject of aligning to move forward towards mobile and contactless NFC is a little frustrating because there seem to be so few that are truly interested in aligning and collaborating. Typically, aligning to move forward is not in the best interest of the ones in charge in any circumstance, not just in payments. So that seems to be bearing out here. Okay, now I'm going to have to move forward. I'll move on. There's confusion in the market. Okay. Seems to be, I'll finish that sentence. That seems to be what's going on here, and then I'll just keep talking. How's that? Maybe that'll provide a better transition. Okay. And that seems to be what's going on here. Rather than having a clear, defined path toward moving forward and a timeline that we can all agree that directionally to move toward, that didn't sound good. How was I going to say this? Typically, what's going on here? Typically. Okay. Let me just forget what I wrote and just talk. So that seems to be what's going on here. So rather than having a clearly defined path that everybody can agree to move down and timing that's associated with that path, there just continues to be, in a lot of instances, confusion created in the market. Just today, there was an announcement from one of the brands that say they support their issuers in promoting a mag-stripe card that has dynamic data on it. So either we're going to be using mag-stripe dynamic data cards for the next few years, or we're going to be transitioning to EMV contact, or we're going towards EMV contactless and mobile. Which one is it? And so we would support the concept of all the stakeholders getting together and aligning on a clear path forward. There obviously has to be room for competition, and it's clear that people are trying to get their slice of the pie, which is fine. But we need to define that path, define a direction, put some timing around it, and then within that framework, people are welcome to go make their money, be competitive. That's great. That needs to happen, but we all need to be moving together in the same direction with some sense of cooperation.
I think that worked better for you.
Okay. I still want to use that first part, but we can, pick up that. Yeah. Okay.
So now then you have your last question.
So how do we move from here to there? All right. Okay, I'll just start it. And it would be okay if I said, so how do we move from here to there? And just start talking? Okay. Okay. All right. So how do we move from here to there? So how do we move from here to there? Well, we obviously can't have a repeated instance false start like there was with a contactless mag stripe cards, because there was a lot of hoopla in the market and a lot of buildup and a lot of press, and it just fell flat. So we can't repeat that. Smart transition, okay. All right, I'm gonna start completely over. Smart transition. So how do we move from here to there? We obviously can't have another false start like we did with contactless Okay. So how do we move from here to there? We obviously can't repeat the false start that we had with contactless magstripe cards. That was a failed attempt to introduce technology into the market. It wasn't done correctly. There were some learnings and some benefits from it, but ultimately it did not have the intended achieve progress. So we have to have a smooth transition. We're obviously in one state in this country we are in a magstripe environment. You have some merchants and some issuers that have begun a move towards EMV cards, specifically in a contact deployment. So as we move forward into a contactless world, we have to have a plan to do that allows for transition of these expiring technologies so that people can make smart decisions as consumers make decisions tomorrow on what phone to purchase and when they're going to have one with NFC capability available to them. When do I move off of a traditional phone into a smartphone? As merchants make decisions about when to reterminalize, and when they do, what technology should those terminals support? As issuers make decisions about when do I start issuing cards that have a dual or triple technology capabilities on them. We have to do this in a smart way so that everybody is on the same page moving together if we really want this country to move forward. You see estimates all the time that this can't be done sooner than 5 years or 10 years. It's just a long deployment. But if everybody's moving together at the same time, it can happen a lot faster than estimates you typically hear. Not to say there won't be trailing instances of some cards and terminals and merchants and issuers that have mag stripes or EMV contact out there, but those things, we can't let the fact that those things are going to probably die a trailed off death like checks in this country stop us from moving forward as fast as we can to a better technology that will carry us into the foreseeable future.